Hey everybody, welcome to the first episode of Force Fridays. This is our ongoing weekly series where you get a chance to compete for prizes and an entry in our annual Force Wars competition. I'm the MC and host, Greg Flippin, accompanied by none other than my brother and event organizer, Jeff Flippin.
How's it going, guys? I'm here to announce the first workout of Force Fridays. It's going to be 3 rounds of 4 rope climbs to a 15-foot target, into 12 strict handstand push-ups for men, kipping for women. At the completion of those 3 rounds, straight into 3 rounds of 16 wall ball, 20 pounds for men, 14 for women, and 8 hang squat snatches at 115 pounds for men and 75 pounds for women. For an intermediate and scaled option of this workout, be sure to check the description below.
And now, let's meet our athletes.
Hi, my name's Nicole. I am 22 years old. I've been doing CrossFit for 3 years, and I will be representing the advanced division.
Hi, my name is Lee Ratliff. I'm 27 years old. I've been doing CrossFit for 6 years, and I'm representing the advanced division.
Alright, and we're about to be off in 3, 2, 1, and we're off on this 3-rounder. Starting off with this 6, it's actually 6 rounds. The first 3 rounds is heavily on the gymnastics and the body weight.
Yeah, so this is an excellent combination of body weight, gymnastics, taxing that upper body, taxing the pull, combination with a push. So we got that push-pull gymnastic style. Then switching over to wall ball and snatches, going to prove that we get to see the best of both kinds of athletes. You know, those gymnastic athletes are really going to find the advantage in the beginning of this, but some of our stronger athletes are going to really excel in that second part of this workout. What do you think, Jeff?
Yeah, I think the first part's going to come down to your efficiency on handstand push-ups. And just like I said, the men are doing strict, so that could be the big bottleneck right off the rip. You know, depending on your strength on the strict handstands, they're going to be your sets. Now, for the women on the kipping side, they can push a little harder on the handstands because it won't fatigue as fast and it won't affect the rope climb as much.
Yeah, I totally agree. Personally, when it comes to handstand push-ups, what do you think is going to be more efficient here? Big sets or multiple little sets for the men doing strict handstand push-ups?
That's going to go down to your overall capacity here. It being 12 per round, you're going to want to break those up pretty early on. On handstand push-ups, one movement that you want to break way before failure ever comes.
Yeah.
And so we got Lee here on the rope. He is very efficient with his rope climbs. He gets 2 pulls every time, regardless of how tired, and that's going to save him some energy in this workout for sure.
You know, we always put a lot of emphasis on the way up and minimizing the amount of pulls to get to the top of that rope. But something that definitely needs that deserves some attention is your descent on a rope climb. Being efficient and optimizing your way down is going to save a lot of energy. It's really going to carry over into every other movement and help you perform better too when you get to that second round of
just notice
wall
here
balls and
about
snatches.
the big difference in Lee, the athlete Lee here, descent over Nicole's descent. What you just said there, Lee's much more efficient coming down. See Nicole's coming up here, we got 1 pull, 2 pulls, got 2.5 pulls. They're coming down. Using a lot of arms and that eccentric loading, especially with handstand push-ups,
Yeah.
that's going to come back, especially with wall balls coming down later in this workout.
Yeah. So how lung cardiovascularly taxing do you think this workout is going to be on our athletes, or is it more of a high skill, challenging workout?
This first part for the men is going to be way more on the muscular endurance, not as much breathing. The wall balls and the hang snatch, that's when the lungs are going to come into play.
Yeah. So again, those are going to be squat snatches when we start seeing our athletes get to that next round. So I definitely expect to see some good leg burn. Lee's finishing up. This is Lee's 3rd round here.
The standard of the handstands on this workout was just going to be a 24-inch box. You just got to have your hands inside 24 inches to be locked out. We're not going to get crazy with standards. That's going to be the only standard there because that comes into play. You don't want to get used to shooting your hands too wide. We got Lee here on start.
Yeah, moving on to his last round now.
He's starting his 3rd round.
still maintaining that 2-pull rope climb. Very efficient. Very, very efficient.
Mastering that way down on the rope is key. Once you start fatiguing, you want to be able to almost free flow and relax. You don't want tension on your arms coming down. You want to save that for when you're going up.
That being said, we do not condone jumping off of the rope.
Yeah. You don't want to jump. You want to make sure we're safe.
There will be a descent standard at driving Force Wars.
Something about doing multiple sets of rope climbs, especially on a lot of fatigue-laden workouts, is being disciplined between each rep. The rope is one of those ones you want to come down. Sometimes you just want to walk away from the rope. Something I've seen very useful is just telling yourself, put your hand on the rope. You don't mean you gotta jump up right away, but get your hand on the rope and kind of rest right there. And you end up cutting your rest time almost in half. Instead of walking away from the rope, thinking about having to jump so high, you just get your hand on the rope and get the next one started.
So we are now 4 minutes and 30 seconds into this workout, and Lee is attempting to finish up his last set of handstand push-ups to give you guys an idea of where we're going to be at with time on this kind of workout.
He looks to be knocking out a set of 6 here, so he's going to go 6-6 on his last set. Break it up into 2. Something with any kind of gymnastics movement is, like I said about that rest, you can go 6-6, but if you're going to take 30-second rest between each set, it might have been way faster just doing 3 sets of 4 with 10-second rest in between.
Exactly, I totally agree. I tend to be more of a smaller set, more rest, but or shorter rest periods, so you can get back up on that wall without hitting that fatigue mark. Very, very difficult to do strict handstand push-ups for such high amount of reps. Nicole's still looking very efficient on her rope climbs, using a very strong grip with her legs, but still taxing a lot with the arms in the pool, taking 3.5 pulls per rope climb.
Looks like Lee did a set of 6, and he's been breaking. Actually, didn't do a 660. I think he went 6-3 here. And he's finishing off here with a set of 2. Is he moving on to that wall ball? Yes, he is. All right. So that was our gymnastics piece for him. Now you got the shoulders taxed. Wall ball is into a squat snatch, so very deceiving. As the wall ball, we're going to be using legs and shoulders. Going into the squat snatch, you're going to need those shoulders for stability and those legs, even without the lighter snatch weight. It's going to become an issue too.
Oh yeah, and just coming straight from a handstand push-up right into those wall balls. I mean, you are feeling your shoulders right now.
We got a 15-minute cap on here. I think a lot of athletes are going to be, that cap is going to come into play. I think it's going to come down to your efficiency on the handstand push-ups for men on the strict and the rope climbs for women. I think those are going to be the 2 factors here on if you're getting under that cap or not. I think Lee broke that wall in just 1 break. I think he's on the 16.
Nicole's doing a good job working on those handstand or those rope climbs on her last round of her gymnastics piece. Approaching the wall for her last set of handstand push-ups now at 7 minutes. Very efficient kip. For our ladies, an efficient kip on those handstand push-ups is going to pay off big time. Finding that flow.
See, now Lee didn't finish his last wall, but we had about a 35 to 40 second break before starting these snatches. Let's open number 1 here. He's using a high hang technique. I find it very effective on the lighter snatch weight. You can kind of just save energy, not having to really bend over and pull it too hard. You can kind of just hip it.
Yeah. Saves a little bit in the back as well, not having to bring the shoulders over the bar every single rep. Very, very quick. But that's going to come down to each individual athlete's strength and being comfortable with those snatches. 115 may prove to be a pretty heavy weight as we get further into this workout. Pretty challenging weight. Doesn't seem to be yet for Lee.
Looking very efficient still. Like I said, squat snatching after wall balls is a deadly combo. They're using a lot of interference there with the shoulder stability and the legs. And like I said, this is the breathing part now. We're 8 minutes in. The first 3 rounds for Lee, he likes gymnastics. That was a nice little warm-up for him. This is where now the lungs are going to come into play. He made a good transition there. That's the best transition I think he's done yet. That was a real fast transition back to that wall ball.
Nicole choosing to change out her hair tie mid-workout.
Yeah.
Not an optimal strategy, but
hey, you gotta rest.
You gotta rest time when you need to.
When you rest, you might as well switch it up.
So Nicole is starting her first round of wall balls right now. And we're looking for the 9-minute mark. We're looking for efficiency, just making sure that hip's dropping below the knee, that breaking that parallel line, and we're hitting that target every single time. These wall balls are to a target. That's sometimes more challenging than just hitting a wall. So you know, having that accuracy plays an important role. Efficiency, you don't want a no rep on these wall balls. Every single rep counts when those shoulders are on fire. Nicole and Lee trying to shake those arms out as their shoulders are lit up.
I would coach Lee into telling him to hit that last wall ball and walk up and just grab the bar, and even if it's only a set of 3, get that set started. Because if you're going to take the bigger rest, you can hit the bigger rest if you're going to go unbroken. If you're going to break the snatches anyway, you might as well get your first set out the way. Let's see, we got 1 out there. 2.
Very efficient.
I think he's going to go 4-4 here. 4-4, yeah, there you go.
Set of 4 break, just choosing to break his snatches up into 2 sets.
Yeah, looks like he's going to do 2 sets on them. Nicole's starting her first set of snatches here. Now, since Nicole's just let's go back to her first round with those rope climbs, using so much arms in the descent of that rope. I think it's going to become a factor even in these snatches now. The arms are going to be way more fatigued.
Yeah, the fatigue in the shoulders definitely showing on Nicole's snatch. Looking a little uneasy on the catch. It's going to be hard to catch and stay tight when those shoulders are so fatigued.
He's finishing up here his round 2.
Lee's looking real smooth. Nicole with her first miss. These weights and these movements are proving to be pretty challenging for our ladies and as well as our fellas. So
yeah, the squat snatch, any kind of form of squat snatch, if your technique under fatigue starts to break down, it punishes you. It's the highest skill movement we have on the barbell, that squat snatch. Lee starting his last round here. Quick little set of wall balls. You know when you're ever doing a workout with rounds, it doesn't matter how many rounds it is. You hit that last round, you know you get that little bit of push there, that little adrenaline dump just to finish up that final kick.
Yeah, that second win. That second win always comes
final
in.
Kick here. He looks to be getting well into that 15-minute cap.
Yeah, he's looking comfortable right now.
Even though he broke his wall balls in this last round, I think more than he has the rest of the rounds. Nicole stepping back up after that fail. After you fail a snatch, you gotta just clear your mind. You gotta forget about that rep.
Yeah.
Take the next rep.
Perfect time to chalk up. Never enough chalk. Never.
There we go. She sticks this one.
So Nicole is choosing to, as you can see, set more between each snatch. It's a more optimal decision if the weight is a real challenging weight for you, to make sure you're tight and set every time. Where if you watch Lee, he's very smooth with that barbell cycling. He's bringing it down to that hip pocket and he's immediately going into his next rep. And that's going to be proven to be way more efficient, but then again, you have to have the strength and the capacity to move that barbell around like
That's
that.
something you'll see at higher levels of CrossFit. The more elite athletes, their barbell speed becomes a big factor. Just the actual speed of cranking the barbell, no matter what the lift is. Mm-hmm. If you look at his Lee compared to Nicole here, a much better snatcher. He's just moving the bar a lot faster on a set of 4 than she would on a set of 4.
Comparatively, it definitely seems a bit lighter for him.
Lee finishing up here, his final kick, breaking this one into 4-4 again.
Yeah.
And there he goes, finishing
Time, 12:47 for Lee. Absolutely crushing this workout, efficient all the way through. Nicole on her round 2 of her wall ball squat snatch part of this exercise. She has 2 minutes remaining in this workout. Taking a quick breather. Maybe considering changing the hair tie again.
Something about wall balls here, and you're breathing heavy and you're really under a lot of fatigue. The actual sets you do doesn't matter as much as how much seconds that ball is lying on the ground. You can jump in there and do sets of 3. If you tell yourself I'm gonna pick it up in 4 seconds, that's gonna matter. A lot of people get stuck. I gotta do a huge, massive set. Wall ball, you know, if you drop it and pick it right back up, you can actually chip away pretty fast. If any of you guys ever done like the workout carrying 150 reps for time? I've seen people do sets of 10 the whole way and put a pretty good score in.
You know, I've always been so torn on the wall balls. I've done the sets of 10 with short rest. Sometimes it just feels easier to just push through that burn and get that set of 20, get that set of 30 done. You know, it's really, I guess it depends on what you have waiting for you at the other end. You know, in this kind of situation where you got another shoulder-intensive exercise, a heavy squat snatch that's going to challenge you physically, you know, the shorter sets are probably the most optimal, at least for me. You know, unless you're a wall ball monster.
And Nicole with another fail there. I know her coming into this, she hasn't really been snatching too much lately. She recently accepted to the police academy. So she hasn't been really messing too much with the barbell. A snatch is one of those ones that you got to keep the groove grease if you really want to be comfortable in the bottom position of that squat snatch.
Yeah, and especially at this weight.
30 seconds left here. Got probably a chance for one more attempt here on this snatch. Here we go. Clock's running out. Nicole sticks one. And there we go. Time. There's stick those last two. Those were actually probably her best 2 reps. Finishing up here.
So finishing up, Lee rounding it out at 12 minutes and 46 seconds, and Nicole finishing out with 92 reps.
So there you have it, guys. That's our first workout. Be sure to send us a DM or comment below. You guys trying this workout to be entered in to win the prizes. It's not going to be who gets the fastest time. It's going to be an open. It's scaled, intermediate, or advanced. No matter which one you want, you can enter to win the prize and the entry to Force Wars.
Yeah, guys, this is a real burner workout. We look forward to getting everybody involved. It doesn't matter what level you're at, and get some excitement. See how you like these workouts, and a lot more to come. Brought to you by the Force Wars. We look forward to see your submissions.
Later, guys.
Later.